Hey family, Pastor Corey Bendix here, Pastor of Outreach and Evangelism with another Grace Loves moment. Grace Loves is the outreach arm of our church, and we exist to embody grace to meet needs within our city. And I am so excited to have Pastor AJ McGraw here, pastor of all things small groups.
Come on, man. Glad
so good to have you.
Yes.
And for the last 10 months, small groups have crushed it when it comes to supporting us as we serve our city. But there's no greater time that they have stepped up and served than during Christmas of this past year. We had 5 partners that came to us. It's about 50 families that were in need of gifts of all kinds. And I went to Pastor AJ and said, "Sir, help me." And this is what our small groups did.
Yeah, listen, I've never been prouder of our small groups as a ministry, the way that they've risen to the occasion, up to the challenge, and really not even just risen to the occasion, but exceeded it.
Amazing.
This last Christmas, we had 12 young women from Herndon High School who had either just given birth or were about to give birth, and they were in need. Most of them were from single family households, and they just didn't have the basics, the fundamentals, the simple things. Our small groups adopted these young women. They went above and beyond, giving them the basics for the kids, but also showering them with gifts and just extra things that they needed, plus the family members as well. And then Pastor Corey came with these families who at Christmas time, they just didn't have the resources for gifts or to make that moment special. And every single one of those families, every last one of them was adopted. Gifts were brought to their homes, conversations, relationships were formed. And what's amazing again was these small group leaders went above and beyond. They found one family, once they delivered the gifts, that they didn't have a bed in their house. They went out that day, purchased a bed, brought it back to them just to bless them. Another member of a small group called the church and they said, "Hey, I've got a Christmas tree. It's decorated, it's ornaments, it's extra. Does anybody need it?" And what's crazy was that we had somebody call the church that day who needed a Christmas tree.
Unreal.
So the same day it was someone called and had it, the same day we had a need for it. There's nothing I can say about our small groups that actually does them justice. The leaders, every group member, the way that they don't just receive life from the community they're in, they produce life. They're givers, they're goers. They've owned the mission of our church. They've exceeded expectations every day, and I'm so proud of each and every one of them.
And then on top of that, we had 3 people come to faith in Jesus.
It's huge.
As a result of what we did during Christmas time. And then on top of that, our partnership with all of these locations, these schools especially, it's flourishing as a result of the generosity that you've extended. So church, thank you so much for all that you've done. If you'd like to participate in all things outreach, just simply text GraceLoves to 25827.
And when you're done texting GraceLoves to 25827, text group to 25827 and join a small group today. Thanks for that plug.
Thank you so much for all that you are. You are the best.